Banks aren't just vaults holding your cash. They're secret factories that create money from thin air. Sounds like something straight out of a sci-fi movie, right? Curious how this magic fuels your everyday life? Stick around, because in the next few minutes I'm pulling back the curtain on a secret that keeps our entire economy humming. Today, we're diving deep into how banks create money, almost like magic. But don't get it twisted, it's all about trust, smart technology, and a dash of clever math. By the end of this video, you'll see your bank statement in a whole new light and understand the powerful mechanics behind our financial system. Ever glance at your bank balance and wonder, is this just a number on a screen? You're not alone. Almost all of our money exists digitally, zipping around unseen, fueling every transaction without ever touching a coin. It's a mind-bending journey from a simple keystroke to the products and services you enjoy every day. Let's take a trip back in time. Picture a humble farmer who needed a new tool but had no cash on hand. Instead of exchanging coins, he traded a promise, a vow to pay later. This simple idea sparked the first revolution in trade. Soon enough, people began bartering everyday items like cattle, grain, and even salt. While these items were valuable, they were bulky and awkward to trade, limiting how quickly commerce could grow. Then came the breakthrough. Metal coins made of gold and silver. These coins were small, portable, and packed a punch in value, revolutionizing trade by replacing clunky barter systems with something you could literally pocket. This transition paved the way for more complex economic systems and laid the groundwork for the concept of money we use today. Fast forward to 17th century London, goldsmiths emerged as the trusted guardians of people's gold. When you handed over your coins, they gave you a paper receipt, a promise that you could redeem your gold at any time. I still remember reading about this and thinking, that's basically the ancestor of our modern credit system. But here's where it gets really interesting. Noticing that not everyone collected their gold at the same time, goldsmiths started lending out extra receipts. They began issuing promises that could be used like cash, even though no new gold was added. When borrowers repaid their loans with a little extra as a fee, the goldsmith pocketed the difference. This clever trick laid the foundation for a system where money could multiply without minting a single new coin. Now, jump to today. When you deposit money in a bank, you're not receiving a stash of physical cash stored in a vault. Instead, you're given a digital promise, a number that signifies the bank owes you money. And here's the kicker. When banks issue loans, they aren't pulling coins out of a vault. They simply add a new number to your account. Yes, banks are literally creating money on the fly. It may sound wild, but that's exactly how our modern financial system operates. But there's a twist. When you repay your loan, that freshly printed money virtually vanishes back into the system, leaving behind only the interest as profit for the bank. Think about it. Every time you finance a car, invest in a business, or even grab a coffee on credit, you're part of a dynamic cycle where money is born, spent, and then partially erased. This continuous cycle drives economic growth. But if too much money is pumped into the system too quickly, inflation kicks in, prices rise, and the value of your money drops. Inflation isn't just a fancy term economists throw around, it's the real-life consequence of a system out of balance. Imagine the economy as a giant pot. When banks create too much money without a corresponding increase in goods and services, everyone ends up fighting over a smaller share of that pot. Prices surge, and the purchasing power of your dollar declines. This is why central banks closely monitor money supply, trying to balance growth with stability. It's a delicate dance, and missteps can lead to economic turbulence that affects us all. And here's another twist. While banks are busy creating money, your personal data is being traded like hot stock on the digital market. Data brokers buy and sell your information every day, which is why your inbox gets flooded with targeted ads and spam. It might seem like a separate issue, but it's all part of this intricate web where digital promises meet personal privacy. Your data becomes yet another commodity in a system where trust is both the currency and the foundation. So why does this seemingly magical system work? Money isn't just physical cash. It's a symbol of trust and a promise of future value. Every loan and every transaction creates a ripple effect. When banks create money by issuing loans, they're not merely inflating your balance. They're fueling businesses, sparking innovation, and driving the growth that builds our modern world. But here's the catch. If too much money is added without a corresponding increase in goods and services, inflation starts to erode that value, and the economic balance tips. Now, let's add another layer to the story. Governments play a significant role in this money-making dance by spending more than they earn. To bridge this gap, they issue bonds, essentially borrowing money from banks, corporations, and even foreign investors. This borrowed money cycles back into the economy, funding everything from massive infrastructure projects to everyday public services. Think of it as a high-stakes balancing act. Too much debt can destabilize the system, but used wisely, it can spur growth and innovation. Yet this cycle also means that our tax dollars end up footing the bill for government overspending, a reality that affects every one of us. Central banks, like the Federal Reserve, are the conductors of this complex symphony. They control the flow of money by setting interest rates and using other monetary policies to either stimulate or cool down the economy. When the economy overheats, they might raise interest rates to slow down borrowing, and when growth stalls, they lower rates to encourage spending. This balancing act is crucial to maintaining economic stability. However, these actions can also have unintended consequences, such as asset bubbles or widening wealth gaps, which remind us that even the most sophisticated systems are not without their flaws. If this deep dive into the money mystery is blowing your mind, smash that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and type START if you're ready to take control of your financial future. Wait, there's more. Now, here's where it gets really thought-provoking. I know what you're thinking. What if there was a better way? Imagine if banks used their money-creating power for investments that truly matter, like education, renewable energy, or revolutionary technology. This isn't just wishful thinking. It's a bold vision for a future where every dollar spurs real progress and shared prosperity. In some parts of the world, innovative financial systems are already emerging, experimenting with digital currencies and alternative lending models that prioritize social impact over profit margins. Could these ideas be the spark that ignites a new era in economic fairness? Only time will tell. Picture this: banks channeling funds into ventures that build communities, drive innovation, and genuinely uplift society. Instead of fueling an endless cycle of debt and profit for a select few, every new dollar would contribute to shared prosperity. This is the turning point. A radical idea that challenges the status quo and invites us all to rethink how our economy should work. Imagine a world where your financial future isn't dictated by opaque systems, but by transparent, responsible practices that benefit everyone. It's the dream of a fairer, more sustainable economy. So next time you check your bank account, remember, those numbers are more than just digits on a screen. They represent a complex dance of trust, digital magic, and economic promise that keeps our world moving forward. Whether you're saving for a dream home, investing in a new business idea, or simply planning your future, understanding how money is made can empower you to make smarter choices. It's about being aware of the bigger picture, challenging the system when necessary, and recognizing that every financial decision contributes to a larger, dynamic ecosystem. Subscribe now, stay curious, stay empowered, and I'll catch you in the next video.